Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Before we get going with your Week 10 waiver ads, I want you to subscribe to the channel right now because for subscribers on Tuesday night, that's this Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live, we will do a little segment of hashtag Embarrass Harris. Don't want to say any more than that other than Cousin Josh will be involved, so be here live promptly at 8 p.m. Eastern and watch me get taken down a peg. So that means don't forget to subscribe. While you're thinking of it right now, click the little bell and you can be here to embarrass me. Okay, so we are here to talk about the Week 10 waiver wire. As always, we're recording this before the Monday night game, so if there are changes as a result of what happens Monday, you can hear me talk about them on the Tuesday podcast. Just go to harrisfootball.com. For now, let's move forward with that Week 10 waiver wire. So this is the list of ads for shallow leagues. The percentage number there is ownership in Yahoo leagues, and we're picking from players owned in 2/3 of leagues or fewer, and it's kind of a way of saying there's not a lot of great and obvious must ads if you're in a shallow league. We don't even know if Deebo Samuel plays Sunday against the Saints. We definitely don't know if Allen Lazard will even get activated coming off sports hernia surgery for the Packers. But if you're looking for high upside flyers at receiver, I think that's them. I probably could have put Jimmy Graham on here instead of Austin Hooper, but I feel like the less time spent with Nick Foles, the better. Gus Edwards graduates to the bigger list, but he's not particularly good, and neither is the Ravens' offense. But, I mean, Edwards is good for a short touchdown here and there. Let's talk a little about Dallas Goedert. Not hard to show you the highlights from the last time the Eagles played. This was it. This was Goddard's only catch against the Cowboys. Wildly disappointing. But I'm not giving up, and let me show you why. We have to go back to Week 1 to really see it. Zach Ertz was healthy in this game. This play, they run a little double crosses with the tight end, and Goddard's the deeper one, and I like his routes, and I like him in the open field. It looks like a little thing. It's not like Goedert does anything special here to get open, a little delay route, but just the shake at 256 pounds, the maneuverability, the escape, he has stood out to me right away in his career. We can't control where teams throw the ball, so we can't guarantee anything when it comes to Goedert, but there are 190-pound wideouts who don't have ball skills like this, to look up over their shoulder and adjust on the fly. This is from the end of last year, but you just don't see a lot of tight ends split wide, running back shoulder fades. If his ankle is right, and presuming Ertz isn't ready to come back, I'm still going to take a Week 10 starting chance on Dallas Goedert. We'll get back to the waiver guys in just a second. First, let's thank today's sponsor. If you're like me, if you've been spending a ton of time on your sofa and you've noticed maybe you could use a new sofa, I have a Burrow sofa. It's great. I absolutely love it. Burrow is luxury furniture that doesn't come at a luxury price. They cut out the retail markup. They deliver direct to you in easy-to-assemble pieces. And when I say easy to assemble, it took me 10 minutes to assemble my Burrow. No tools necessary. Smart design, stain-resistant fabric, durable hardwood frame. They have thousands of color and style and shape combinations, features to choose from. Get the size you want, get the shape you want, get other furniture to go with it. Every sofa in Burrow's Nomad collection comes with a built-in USB charger, which I use all the time and absolutely love. And every single Burrow order comes with free fast shipping. And I can get you $75 off right now. Go to burrow.com/HarrisTube to find out more. Look at more pretty pictures. You will not believe what you get for the price. It is truly luxury furniture. $75 off right now. Go take a look. Okay, so time to dig into some names for the deeper league waivers, and I'm going to start you off with a name you're going to recognize from last week. It's Curtis Samuel, and hey, look, there's Curtis Samuel getting a running back carry in a game where Christian McCaffrey returned. That was kind of cool. It was a pretty good run. And this kind of play is really a common one once or twice a week for Samuel, even when CMC is playing, which more about that in a second. But the fact is that Samuel's steady diet has been more about gadget stuff in the past, and this year maybe a little more diversified. Like we told you last week, he's been a big third down weapon, as he was on this play in the fourth quarter on Sunday. And every so often, he pops like this on film. It's worth just watching this and then also watch the replay. I mean, I don't know if he technically caught it. Actually, they didn't review it, but oh my heavens, it is a Superman-type extension. It's a great play. I don't think I need to talk about it too much more. I mean, there are a lot of wideouts you could pick this week. None are locks. But when we realize that Christian McCaffrey got hurt again on Sunday, we don't know if he plays in Week 10. And if he's out again and things go back to the way they were, I mean, that would mean even more running back handles for Curtis Samuel, which is why I'm putting him ahead of the likes of Tim Patrick, Darnell Mooney, KJ Hamler, Jalen Reagor, Alshon Jeffrey. You can make a case for a lot of guys, which means, like I say, none of them are locks. But Curtis Samuel's been really good. Okay, next up, let's do Tua. Tua Tagovailoa, great performance in the fourth quarter Sunday. It's too bad the position isn't more scarce. You simply probably don't need a quarterback. And there are so many dudes who'll get you, 20 fantasy points every week. Why change horses and invest in a rookie? But I still want to list him. I think he's going to be in exactly that mix. This was a good performance. I want to check it out. Who does this lofted, perfectly accurate deep throw to Preston Williams remind you of? It's not the first time I'm going to invoke the name Russell Wilson, and certainly not the last. This was the second quarter. I mean, the fourth quarter Sunday reminded me of a Russ comeback special. Here's how it started. A free rusher, unblocked, unaccounted for, pull it down, make him whiff entirely, and then make it look like you're running to the sidelines, and then make another dude miss. Tua isn't going to be Kyler Murray as a fantasy weapon because this is not the foundation of what he does, but it's still great. Pay attention to the fact that his first instinct is to step up in the pocket. On a play like this, Daniel Jones would be out the back, taken off. And this is just very Wilson-esque with tremendous accuracy for a ball that travels, 25 yards in the air. Keep this drive going. Watch this play. Who is this? Did they clone Russell Wilson? Did they? It's not going to always be like this, but the fact that Tua just has this awareness, vision, instincts, and also really great athletic ability, just really great stuff. And then the tying touchdown, there's just obvious professional level accuracy with this throw. Great catch by Mac Hollins. I love just about everything I saw from Tua on Sunday. Now again, it's fantasy quarterback. Outside a Superflex league, you just might not need him. But I'm guessing there's a team in every league that could. And I'm sure there'll be growing pains because there always are. But let's at least put this debate to rest about whether Miami needs to take a quarterback in 2021. At number 3 this week, it grosses me out, but it's Kalen Ballage, that noted LA Chargers running back. Apparently, Justin Jackson hurt himself in pregame warmups. Josh Kelly started and played more snaps. But as the game wore on, it's pretty obvious Ballage was the hot hand, and I don't like it either, but let's take a look. It's not really fair to the kid. It's what Kalen Ballage is. This run, give him a lane, give him an alley. He's a pure power back with north-south speed, and he will run you over at the end of a run. The work product Ballage will always give you is directly related to the push that your offensive line gives you. He's a rocked up 6'2", 230 pounds. If he gets going, he's not easy to tackle. I mean, look at it again and again and again. It's not something every running back can do, and he's certainly not slow getting up to speed. He just doesn't really have a plan B. In desperation mode, in the fourth quarter, they even kept him in there at the expense of the rookie Kelly, apparently trusting him more and even threw it to him a couple of times. He had to convert here on a fourth down pitch out, and he did. He is what he is. He's not a great player, and I'm not that excited about adding him because we don't know Justin Jackson's status. Is Austin Eckler close to coming back? But Ballage really did seem to be the choice when it mattered in Sunday's game over Kelly. I mean, if it's the two of them alone in Week 10 against Miami, I'm probably picking Ballage. Okay, at number 2, and especially in a PPR, do I need to go through the benefits of J.D. McKissic again? How many times have we done J.D. McKissic on the channel? I think already a couple times this year, to say nothing of previous seasons. I think he's at least as good a player as James White. I've always liked him. And now you're telling me Mr. Checkdown himself, Alex Smith, is Washington's quarterback for the rest of the season? I will sign up for a steady diet of dump-offs, and then I will feel pretty good about it because J.D. McKissic is a good little open field player. 6 or 7 catches a game, a solid floor of 50 scrimmage yards a game. Plus, when Washington is trailing, McKissic is going to play more than Antonio Gibson. Desperate owners should add McKissic for a safe weekly floor. At number 1, I'm going to put Duke Johnson, mainly because I don't yet know the fate of David Johnson, who on this hit on Sunday against the Jags got concussed, and it's hard to watch. I'm not a doctor. Maybe he plays in Week 10 against the Browns. Maybe he doesn't. So what you can count on from Duke Johnson is quickness. He's a jump cut waiting to happen. Give him a little bit of space. He's going to make people miss. Of course, don't give him room, and it looks like this. And to be fair, it looks like this for most running backs when you don't give him room. It's not like Duke can't be effective in short yardage. We see littler backs score from the one all the time, but it's a challenge. You're not running quite the same playbook. You're, making a spread read option play, to get him in the end zone rather than have him go running against linebackers. Of course, this is what we've always been sold when it comes to Duke. He's one of the great receiving backs in the league, and he's very good in the open field to boot. 4 targets Sunday, 4 catches, nothing really downfield. It certainly seems like a possibility if we get a full week of planning, knowing that David Johnson can't play. Maybe there's more of this built into the game plan without Bill O'Brien around. And of course, the bottom line is you shouldn't be that excited about Duke Johnson, who is a limited, decent player and not a world beater. But sometimes, even when they fumble, we chase volume. And so there you have it. It's another week of free agents where we're nibbling at the edges and not really finding great long-term solutions. And really the moment we hear David Johnson's, okay, Duke Johnson isn't worth adding, so keep your ears open and don't spend a ton to get him. But it's hard to imagine Duke Johnson wouldn't be a top 24 running back in Week 10 if David doesn't play. And there are tons of other names that I could have mentioned, and the problem is that it all comes down to how much are they going to play, and we don't know that. Coaches usually don't tell us that, honestly, beforehand. I wrote down a whole bunch of other running back names. Let me read them to you. I've got Jordan Wilkins, Ryan Nall, Carlos Hyde, Matt Breida, Cam Akers, Wayne Gallman, Salvin Ahmed, DeAndre Washington. I mean, it's not a bad idea to churn your roster, add a few guys who've got a chance. And the problem is it's tough to tell them apart beforehand. We might have them in the wrong order here because we just don't know the status of the actual players' injuries or the starter injuries that they might be replacing. So I wouldn't spend tons of money this week. I wouldn't give up a number 1 waiver priority, but it's getting late in the season and sometimes maybe you don't have a choice. I would take the chance, at least for 1 week, on Duke Johnson if I really needed a win. All right, that's going to do it for us today. Remember to subscribe. 8 p.m. Tuesday Eastern. We're going to do a fun, silly thing to embarrass me. That'll be cool. Also, please support the sponsors. It makes a big difference. That's how they know to keep coming back and support the show. If you're in the market for a sofa, you can't see it. It's just over there. I really do have a Burrow sofa. I think you saw a picture of it earlier, right? I love my Burrow sofa. It's really comfortable. It's great luxury furniture that you simply cannot believe how little it costs relative to something that you might get in like a West Elm or a Pottery Barn. It's just as nice. Very cool sofa. All right, that's going to do it. Leave us a comment. Let us know what we're getting wrong. Thank you very much. We love you. We'll see you. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button. Write a comment. Tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on. And of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.